Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode of House Flipper. Hope you guys are having an awesome day. I'm having a fantastic day. Today, I think I want to do the accountant's house from the HGTV DLC. It's somewhere around here. Right here, the accountant's house. It's a relatively small house. It's 152 square meters, so it's kind of medium-sized, but it should be kind of cool. It's got a nice fenced-in yard and stuff, so let's do this one and kind of see what it has to offer for us. Obviously, we can see the house itself is quite dirty, but that's to be expected, I suppose. Let's see what we can find here. We'll also have to see, I noticed we've got this fence that kind of blocks everything off. Is there actually a gate in the fence anywhere? It doesn't appear so. So we'll have to do something about that, because I would want a gate to get into the backyard. But, yeah, this is the house. And I think it looks pretty good. Let's take a peek inside. So this is a very nice big open space, which is great. All of the furniture needs to go, though. It's all really, worn and gross and nasty. Got a nice little kitchen area here. This just goes into the backyard. Let's take a peek at the backyard. Is there anything back here? Not really. Yeah, pretty big yard, though. We can do something with that. And then we've got here, looks like an office and a closet. And then here we've got a bedroom. And here we have a fairly good-sized bathroom. I do see on the map, if we look at that office, there's a section right here. There's something going on back here. So let's just open up this wall. Aha! Hidden basement. Okay. So, that gives us some more space to work with as well. We could maybe turn this into a nice little man cave or something. Okay, so that's basically the house in a nutshell. First things first, let's get it all cleaned up. Okay, my friends, I think I have the whole place all cleaned up and looking good. I got the back door replaced so that it matches the front door. Took out the fences, but I'll replace them later, probably. What I need to do now is put some thought into the layout of the house and the colors that I want to use. I think it would actually be really nice if we tweaked a couple of things. Like, what we have now is fine, I guess, but I wouldn't mind extending this bathroom, like just making it come out this way a little bit more, which would then give us the opportunity to make this a bigger bedroom. Like, there are some options. The house is kind of laid out in a really, like, weird manner. The thing is, though, this staircase has to be right here. I can't move the staircase. So maybe maybe we'll just leave it the way it is and try to work within kind of the confines of what we have here. I suppose the other alternative would be I could just bring this wall across, and then the way to the backyard is through the office, which I don't necessarily hate, actually. That could be okay. And then maybe what we would do is take out these windows and have like a big sliding door. That could actually look really nice. But yeah, I'm going to play around with a few things, colors, room shapes, wall colors, floor tiles, all that kind of stuff. And we'll see what we come up with. Okay, I think I've got the interior pretty much all prepped and ready to go. I definitely made some fairly significant modifications to the walls. So I shortened the bathroom. I brought it this way, but I also brought it out this way. So we still have a pretty decent sized bathroom. It's not huge, but it'll work for what we're going for here. This is going to be our living room space, and then this area over here will kind of be probably like a shelf or a sideboard here, and then like a coat rack. Nothing crazy in this little space here, but this will be our living room. We'll end up with a fairly large living room, I think. I decided to add in lintels up here to sort of separate out the kitchen. So our kitchen is going to go here. This is where our counters will be. We'll probably throw in an island, and then hopefully I'm hoping I can fit like a little dining room table like right here. Then this is the bedroom, left pretty much how it was, although I did shorten the sort of like little hallway walkway type thing a tiny bit. But bedroom basically stayed the same. I did obviously paint everything. And then this is going to be the office. I took out the hallway. I just took out this wall, threw in a door, and then made a nice big window here. So I think this will make a really nice sort of office space. And then going down into the basement, we'll have like a nice little man cave down here, I think, with a TV and probably like a pool table and maybe like a mini bar. So yeah, I think it'll be great. So yeah, I'm super excited for this. I think this actually is going to turn out really well. So at this point, basically, it's just a matter of starting to put furniture and all that kind of stuff in. So let's get into it. All right, my friends, I think I got the living room and the kitchen done. So here's the living room. We've got over on this side a couple of wardrobes, a little poof. I think these things are literally called poofs, like it's P-O-U-F, poof. I don't know. Maybe I'm pronouncing that wrong. I would just call it a bench. But anyway, we've got one of those. We got a painting on the wall, a couple of plants to kind of lighten everything up. I should actually put a couple of curtains on this window, though. I want these ones right here. We'll just put those in real quick, just so we have some blinds, should we need them. Keep it real simple. There we go. Okay, and then a carpet here, which matches the one that's kind of the main part of the living room over here. For the main part of the living room, we have two couches with a coffee table. We got a TV and a TV stand, a couple of speakers next to it. Nestled a little fireplace into the corner, which I think looks pretty good with some wood next to it. Painting up on the wall there just to fill the space. And then just a couple of bookshelves, a few more plants and curtains and everything. So I think this turned out pretty good. It's nice and open and spacious. It gets the job done. I'm kind of envisioning the people that live here being a relatively small family, like maybe just a couple with no kids or something like that, so I want to make sure that they can entertain guests occasionally, but we don't need like tons of seating and all that kind of stuff. We don't need a ton of different furniture in here. We don't need like 3 sofas or anything like that. I think this will work just fine. So yeah, that is the living room. Now, as for the kitchen, I think this turned out pretty well also. So we've got some countertops here with an island that matches. These are the Gustum kitchen set pieces. I went with a stainless steel refrigerator, put a range hood up here and a couple of cabinets. Then, of course, a bunch of various kitchen accessories, microwave, coffee machine, etc., etc. Put in a nice overhead light, a triple light there. And then on this side of the room, I put in a very small circular dining table with 4 chairs, a painting on the wall to fill the space, and then a pantry shelf over here that I decided to put just a bunch of random, like, kitchen goods on it, food and things like that. So that's essentially the kitchen, and I think it works out. So we've got our living room and our kitchen all done. Next up, I think I want to go ahead and tackle this bathroom. Okay, the bathroom is done, and I don't really have a whole lot to say about it, but I think it turned out pretty good. I went with kind of this marbled floor, which we had already picked out. I decided to go with sort of a blue theme a little bit, so I went with blue tiled walls on these 2 walls here. I used a sink and countertop set with mirrors that match pretty well to give us kind of like this little counter nook where you can put all your, toothpaste and etc., etc. Some hanging shelves or cabinets or whatever on the walls there. And then over on this side, I just threw down a painting, a toilet with a nice little walk-in shower over here. And that's it. That's the bathroom. I think it turned out pretty okay, all things considered. Nice and simple and clean, very spacious, feels like a large bathroom. I think it works out really well. Next up was the bedroom, and I kept it super simple. Basically just threw down a nice big double bed, threw a matching wardrobe and dresser over here with just a couple of plants around, bookshelf to help fill the space, and Starry Night on the wall. And that's pretty much all I'm going to do in here. I did put up some curtains and some blinds and stuff. But once again, just a super simple bedroom. It'll get the job done for what we're trying to do. And honestly, we don't really need a whole lot more than that. I could maybe consider putting down an area rug, but I don't know. It's very cozy and inviting, and I think it'll work just fine. So now what I want to do is tackle the office. And I really want this to be, in many ways, kind of the centerpiece of the house. Like, I want to have a really nice office in here, and I think there's enough space. And then, of course, we'll have the man cave hiding down in the basement. So, yeah, next up, office. All right, I have the office all finished up, and I think it looks really nice. We went with this very kind of fancy wooden desk. Threw down a maple monitor or computer. It's an all-in-one type deal. Keyboard and mouse. Added a little phone over here. Put a laptop and some various desk accessories, document holder, etc. I wanted to put in lots of bookshelves, so we have 3 matching bookshelves. All of the wood, by the way, is Brazil nut. So the desk and the bookshelves and then this side table here are all Brazil nut. For the wood tone. I added in a couple of black leather armchairs over here to go match the black leather fancy office chair. And then the rest of it is just kind of little accessories. So some decorations on the wall just to kind of fill up some space and tie the things together. I did go curtains and drapes on the windows, threw down a Amsterdam poster, because this feels like a very sort of like office-y poster to me. And then we also have just a little trash bin hiding back there. So yeah, also added a laptop. So lots of good stuff in this office. This should, I don't know, I don't know if the cost of the things in this office affects things, like how much people will be interested in it, but there's a lot of very expensive furniture in this office. I wanted it to be very, very nice and fancy. So, yeah, that is the office. So now, last but not least, the final room in the house is down here in the basement, and it's a man cave. We're going to make a man cave, essentially. Now, we've got these chairs and sofa that were actually down here when we bought the house, and I think we're going to reuse these because they kind of fit the right color scheme as well, and they're already here, so might as well put them to use. But yeah, we've got a bunch of stuff I want to do down here. Ooh. Did you see that? I have no idea what that was, but okay, whatever. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to get started on the man cave. All right, I have the man cave all finished, although I just realized we actually need a light up here. Let's just throw one of these guys, like right about there, just so that there's some light going down the stairs. Anyway, here it is. I think it turned out pretty good. I ended up selling one of the two armchairs just because I couldn't really find a good place to put it with all the other stuff that I wanted to include in here. But we've got a nice little mini bar area over here, which I think worked out pretty well with 3 bar stools. This is all cool ash, is the wood that I use down here. Same goes for the TV stand and the coffee table. That's also cool ash. Oh, and this sideboard as well. And then I stocked the cabinet behind the bar with various beverages, glasses, things like that. Threw up some electric guitars hanging on the wall, and then a variety of different posters and wall decorations, stuff along those lines. Added a little foosball table. And then over here for the TV, obviously we have the sofa and the armchair, but then we went with a nice hanging television, a gaming console with a couple of controllers and some speakers. So yeah, nice little cozy area. I think this is great. This would be a great place to just kind of come down and hang out, watch the game, etc. I suppose we could even, since it is a man cave, we could even throw like a little football down here somewhere. I don't know where we would put it. Just put it behind the bar. Now, probably put it maybe on the bar, just like right here. Just have it sitting there or something. I don't know. Just a thought. Maybe move it back a little. There. But yeah, there's the man cave. I think it's good. I'm happy with it. And it's nice. I like it. So now, the last thing that I want to do before we sell the house is I think I want to go ahead and do some stuff with the yard. I don't want to go too crazy, but I at least want to get the fences back up and probably do some decorative stuff as well. So I'm going to work on the garden for a while. Okay, my friends, I have done some work on the garden. So I planted a whole bunch of coniferous plants. As you can see, lots and lots of pine trees and shrubs and things like that. I brought this walkway around. I also replaced the fence on both sides. And then I brought like a sidewalk back here, which leads to the backyard, and back here I put a pool with some sun chairs and tables, some umbrellas, added like a little grill area with a pizza oven thing, some seating, benches, couches, a little dining table, outdoor sort of deal, a gazebo. I was originally kind of thinking of making this a modern garden again, but I ultimately kind of settled on like semi-American. It's a little weird how like, I don't know, it's a garden. I don't know how it's going to do in the actual garden competition, but yeah. And then I left a lot of actual open lawn space as well, because realistically you'd want lawn space. You wouldn't want every inch of your yard covered by stuff. Not only would it A, be a massive pain to mow, but B, you'd want to be able to like do stuff in your yard, throw a football around or play with the dog or whatever, So yeah, that is the garden. It's nothing too crazy, but hopefully it does okay. And I think at this point we are ready to sell the house. Let's give it one more quick look over. So we've got our real nice little office right here. Down below, we've got our man cave, which I think turned out pretty well. Then we have our kitchen here. That's probably the best angle of it. I'm just going to take a whole bunch of pictures. Maybe I'll share it on Reddit or something. I don't know. Our bedroom. And then out here we have our living room. Oh, and of course, can't forget the bathroom, which I think also turned out fairly well. So yeah, that's the house. I think it'll work. I think it's pretty good. I should probably take one good, decent picture of the garden area outside, or at least a couple of them. I didn't do anything super crazy out here, but yeah, I think it's I think it was a decent house. Like, it turned out pretty well. So let's go ahead and try and sell the thing, see what we can get for it. So submit, probably should submit for the American. That's probably the one that I am closest on. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Yeah, basically nailed it. So 42% increase to the value of the house. Very nice. And now we just go ahead and put this thing on auction. Looks like we have probably about 200,000 into the house, although we did save about 15 in furniture. Yeah, we're gonna do okay. There we go. Not too bad. So we get 100,000 in profit, a huge chunk of that. And in fact, almost all of that is from the garden. As you can see, 88.5 thousand just from the garden competition. So definitely was worth it to do the garden there. Let's see if we can negotiate a little bit more. Let's see if maybe we can get another like 9,000 out of him. We'll see what they say. Sweet. There we go. So, yeah, pretty good. I accept. We made some pretty good money on that house, and we should hopefully get some decent before and after shots. You never know when you move walls around and stuff. It might end up not looking nearly as good, but it's worth a shot. Yeah, like that one. That one didn't turn out very good. But hey, I'm super happy with the house. I think that was really a really fun little project. I like how we kind of updated it and just sort of, I think moving some of the walls around and knocking out some walls, putting in some new walls, sort of rearranging the general shape of some of the rooms really helped out a lot. So there you go, guys. That is going to do it for today's episode. If you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Links in the description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, my friends, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.